The sun beats down relentlessly on your withered frame as the ocean tosses and jostles you around. Your stomach cries out in protest, but you lack the energy to raise your head from the rubber life raft that has served as your home for the past 47 days. Hungry sharks circle like vultures, eagerly awaiting your imminent demise. This unfathomable horror story was a reality for Louie Zamperini, but it was only the beginning of the nightmare to come. Louis Silvio Zamperini, the son of Italian immigrants, was born in Olean, New York in January of 1917. In 1919, he and his family moved to Torrance, California, where Louis exhibited his prowess as a young petty thief and troublemaker. As Louis grew older, his antics began to get more out of hand, and he was constantly running from the cops or from people who had stolen from him. Louis's older brother, Pete, convinced him to channel his athletic abilities into a positive outlet, the high school track team. Louis quickly became a star and set the worldwide interscholastic record for the mile at 4 minutes and 21 seconds in the year 1934. At 19 years old, Louis ran the 5,000-meter race at the Olympic trials in New York and qualified for the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin. Although he only came in 8th place against the other more seasoned Olympic runners, Louis' transformation from larceny to Olympic running was astounding. In 1941, Louis enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Corps as a second lieutenant. Tragedy struck 2 years later when the B-24 bomber containing Zamperini and 10 other young men crashed into the ocean, killing 8 of the 11 men on impact. Zamperini and the other 2 survivors lived off what little rainwater they could catch and what raw fish that they could get into their raft until one of the 3 died. On their 47th day adrift, Zamperini and Phillips, the only other remaining survivor, reached the Marshall Islands. Instead of being rescued, they were captured by the Japanese Navy and immediately thrown into a prisoner of war camp. During his time as a prisoner, Louis was beaten, humiliated, malnourished, and dehumanized by his captors. Louis was saved by his resilient and unbreakable spirit. The camp in which he was imprisoned was finally liberated in August of 1945, and by the next year, Louis was married to Cynthia Applewhite. Louis established his newfound Christian faith after Cynthia convinced him to attend a crusade led by Billy Graham, who aided Louis in becoming a Christian inspirational speaker. Louis' bravery, loyalty to his country, and strength of spirit and faith are truly amazing. However, the true inspiration of his story comes from the fact that he later returned to Japan to personally forgive the captors that had made his life a living hell for 2 devastating years. The beauty of Louis' forgiveness is truly an inspiration to me and to so many other people who have heard his story. The next time that you think you could not possibly forgive someone for their transgressions they have made against you, take a moment to remember the story of Louie Zamperini.